Hey there, my name is Brandon Farbstein. I'm 22 years old, a motivational speaker and Gen Z activist, and I'm the author of a kid's book about self love. This book is truly meaningful and personal to my journey, as I didn't find myself having much self love at all as a kid. When you grow up with a rare form of dwarfism, you kind of feel like you're living in a world not built for somebody like you. And self love, I think, for all of us, isn't something that comes natural. And I'm so excited to be bringing forward this conversation that I truly believe is universal to every kid, but also to every grown up, because we all need self love and to be able to see our awesomeness for all that we are. So, without any further ado, here is a kid's book about self love by Brandon Farbstein. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the things you like about yourself? Or do you see all the things you wish you could change? Think about that for a moment. Hi, my name is Brandon. I have a rare condition called metatropic dysplasia. Metatropic dysplasia is a type of dwarfism. There are actually hundreds of types of dwarfism, and they're all a little different. Less than 100 people in the world have this condition. Having metatropic dysplasia means my bones grow differently. Even though I am a grown up, I'm the size of an 8-year-old kid. When I used to look in the mirror when I was younger, I would see someone who was a lot smaller than my friends, someone who was ugly because my legs didn't look normal, someone who didn't belong because he was so different. I would see someone I didn't love very much, which is why today I want to talk to you about self love. What is self love? Have you heard of it before? It's okay if you haven't. We don't really talk about it much. Self love is learning to love who you are, being comfortable with who you are, developing a sense of gratitude for yourself, being your own biggest cheerleader, knowing your worth, knowing you have value and gifts no matter what. It sounds so simple, right? Shouldn't we all love ourselves or be happy with who we are? But it's not that easy. Self love isn't something we're born with, it's a skill, something that we need to practice and work on every day. I know that was true for me. I didn't have a lot of self love when I was younger. It was something I had to learn, and something I'm still developing each day. When I was a kid, lots of other kids made fun of me. People would point, stare, and say mean things. They would tell me that I looked too different from them, or that I didn't matter. Because people told me that so often, after a while, I started to believe it. All I could see when I looked in the mirror were the mean things people said about me. I felt invisible. I was unhappy. I wanted to disappear. I was so upset with myself and upset with the world that it affected how I saw and treated other people. I was unkind to myself and unkind to others. It seemed nearly impossible to feel hopeful. One day, I decided I didn't want to live like that anymore. With my parents' support, I got help. Through this process, I realized that the biggest person standing in my way was me. I needed to get out of my own way. Once I saw what self love could do for me, everything started to change. Because in order for the world to change around me, I needed to change within me first. I needed to get past my limited way of thinking about myself, other people, and the world. That's when I learned that I could choose my thoughts. It's true. In the moments when mean words were thrown at me, I worked hard to believe those comments weren't true. I didn't let them have power over how I thought about myself or the world around me. For me, It means that while my size might make me different, I choose to see what is awesome about me and what my own perspective can offer the world. I may be 3'9", but my mindset is 10 feet tall. We shouldn't be embarrassed of the things that make us different. Those are the things that make us extraordinary. Having self-love allows you to be happy and true to yourself. When we love ourselves, we are able to love those around us in the most meaningful way possible. Self-love helps you show up as the best version of yourself, helps make the world a better place, helps create a bright light within you that you shine out into the world, helps you see you for who you are. You are the person you spend the most time with, so why not treat yourself like you would your best friend? But what does it mean to love myself like I love my friend? Well, if your friend came to you and said there was something they didn't like about themselves, like their smile, what would you say? You probably think they have a great smile, and you would tell them that. And it's important to see for yourself the things that are great about you. This might all sound wonderful and easy, but you may be thinking, what if I don't get picked for the soccer team? Don't get the part in the school play? Don't get invited to that party? Don't get the grade I wanted? Have a fight with my sister? Don't win the science fair? Feel like I failed? My answer is so what? Remember, you are not your grades. You are not your performance. You are not what you do. You are who you are. You may also be thinking, but what if someone says something hurtful, hates my hair, doesn't like the way I dress, thinks my food smells funny, makes fun of my beliefs, says I'm too bossy, says I'm too loud, says I'm not good enough? No matter what we experience or what people say, we can decide to make the voice in our head louder than the others. When I looked in the mirror, I used to see someone I didn't love very much. But now, I see someone who is enough, someone who is worthy, someone who is limitless. I'm still me. How I look didn't change. What changed was my way of thinking and how I saw myself because of self-love. So when you look in the mirror, I hope that you see everything that is awesome about you. Everything that makes you, you. The end. So there's something that I want to make sure that you don't miss out on if you're just finishing out on the story. And that is the self-love oath right at the back of the book. And I just wanted to read that because it's something that is really powerful and I hope becomes a mantra for so many kids all over. So here's what the instructions say. Are you ready to take the self-love oath? Fill your name in the blank below and read these statements aloud to yourself. After you sign it, and with a grown-up's help, you can cut this page out of the book. Pretty awesome, right? And I encourage you to tape it up somewhere in your home where you could see it, read it, and remember it always. Here we go. I, fill in your name, vow to be kind to myself and kind to others. I will remember to be grateful to be me. I recognize that there is only one of me, and my uniqueness is my superpower. I promise to be my biggest cheerleader. I will remain proud of who I am. I will remember these simple truths and that I am worthy of being loved by myself. I am enough. I am extraordinary. I am one of a kind. Signed, your name. It's a daily practice, and like I said in the book, it's not something that we're born with, it's a skill. And to the grown-ups watching, I really hope that you can help model what true self-love and self-acceptance is. It's not a straight and narrow path, but it's life. And this is what we've been handed. And it's up to us to use what we've been given and make the most out of it. Thanks so much for reading along with me.